this the earliest you have to leave?
No, I've had to leave much earlier than this. A few times I've actually had to go down on Sunday.
We're driving Scott down to sort of illustrate the hardship of veterans coming all the way from the Central Valley and the Palo Alto facility.
For sure.
And to try and find a way that the VA could move forward in constructing a already planned facility out there.
And she's one of the nice reasons to come over. She takes great care of us. Man,
Yes. Where's Nora?
she had to work,
Oh,
and unfortunately you're going to be seeing me here in September again. So
for your surgery?
yeah. And then my son is graduating from the academy for corrections on
Oh, cool.
Friday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, come on,
Up here?
No, he'll be graduating out of Galt.
Oh, Galt.
So she has to take the time for that. There you go, my friend.
Perfect. Thank you.
I thought you liked it. Is that long enough? Too long?
No, it's perfect. I love it. Thank you. That's so nice. Nice to see you
Good to
always.
see you. And it took me 25 years to the day to get my VA benefits because when I got discharged, I never received my DD-214 discharge papers. And I finally had to go back through channels to the unit, to the headquarters unit of the artillery, and they sent me my medical records, and in there shows the damage that I had had. When I finally got all that, Jerry Jolly, who works for the county in Stockton there for the VA, he pushed it through, and with the help of Congressman McNerney, I got my initial benefits. No,
Scott Halsey?
yes ma'am.
So it's a 3-hour drive for you. I know Stockton.
On
we
a
get-
good day, it's a
We get a
3-hour.
lot of our vets from there.
Yeah.
Just stretch out your
The
foot.
biggest problem for the veterans having to use Palo Alto instead of having a clinic in French Camp is that some of them have to come from the valley because Palo Alto is the closest one for them. And, you know, they have to fly in or they drive in and they have to stay a day or two. And it's hard on them. We get reimbursed part of our travel pay, which is nice.
So what are we reporting on today, Mr. Halsey?
Hopefully we're getting the stitches out.
You are right. You're feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
You
I'm
finished the
getting-
antibiotics?
Not of the antibiotics. I have a few of the emycin that I started with way back, and I've been taking them just to make sure. The only problem I'm having is I'm getting bad cramping pains in the muscles in the calves of my legs. You have to be your own advocate, and you got to be smart about it. You know, I know a few people have had bad experiences with the VA, but they cause it themselves.
The VA healthcare system, by and large, is pretty good. Now, if there's particular units that are bad, well, that's unfortunate. We need to try and standardize the VA so that we don't have that kind of thing.
You know, Congressman, most of what I've heard from people that have had bad experiences, it's been brought on by themselves, a lot of it. Not always, but
Well, we have a high number of missed appointments, right? In the VA-wide, I think it's something like 40% as opposed to 5% in the private sector. And so, you know, there's a lot of resource that's not being used properly, and in the private sector, it's only 5%. Standardization of procedures and cares is another thing we could do to improve care. You know, I have an op-ed in the Chronicle this morning about with 7 or 8 specific recommendations that would improve care throughout the system. Another thing that came out pretty strongly was a lot of the folks in these facilities feel that they work for the VA and instead of working for the veterans. And that's a mindset that could be improved. And then another thing was the propensity in a big organization to have people check off, procedures rather than look to outcomes as a measure of performance. So there's a couple of things like that would really, if we implemented those, it would make a huge difference in the system.